when you get into an area with mature mule deer, they like rubbing really hard in my mind. Like they like to do massive rubs on the willows, and that tends to be the sign that I'm looking at. Big buck tracks. I'm looking for a magnum track. I'm trying to find a really big track, and I'm trying to find really big rubs. And the bigger the rub is, doesn't necessarily mean the bigger the deer, but it does, to me, point to more testosterone, more aggression, and more focus on really getting the neck muscles going and laying some scent onto that area and dominating it, right? And so I generally take really aggressive rubs as a really good sign that it's closer to mature deer, not a 2-year-old, not a 3-year-old as likely. And I think even just like their horns, right? The older they have, the more gnarly their bases are, the more burrs and stuff they have, that they just seem to tear up trees better and easier, right? You can just shred harder. Whereas you watch a little young 2-point, 3-point rake a tree, right? They can barely knock any bark off it, right? Because their horns are just these smooth little tines. So the bigger, the more aggressive rub is normally an exciting sign for me. I normally tend to get excited thinking, this is probably a bigger buck. It's probably mature. Or closer to maturity, getting the testosterone levels up. And big tracks, right? And those are kind of two telltale signs for me that like I'm kind of in the zone. So if I get in an area with a bunch of big rubs, I'm kind of like, hey, this is that zone that we talk about with the buck. This is probably in his home, kilometer or so that he's hanging out in or less, and he's raking the crap out of all these trees and getting his scent down and getting ready for a fight and getting sorted out in his area.